Everyone, this is Nick from I Am From Kershaw Knives. Thank you for watching my channel. This video is about basic field stripping and features and a brief little history about that make up the SP2022, otherwise known as the 6 Hour Pro SP2022. Now there are other variants, the SP2009 and the SP2043. The pistol is basically not new. It's been around for like 10 years. Now, a little bit into its history. It entered service with the French police and customs and penitentiary in 2002 for a planned service of 20 years, hence the name, which is on the side here toward the end of the muzzle, as you can see it right there. Interesting fact, the French officials before adoption of this pistol put 460,000 some rounds. That right there says a lot about 6 Hour's commitment in making good quality pistols for military and police and civilian use. And you know, I myself haven't had any problems with it. I took it out hunting with me, and I shot it a couple of times, and with the wet snow and the cold, and it performed flawlessly. I didn't have any problems. Now, the trigger pull on this handgun is about 10.5 when you first pull the trigger, and then after that it's about 4.5 pounds. Now there is a trigger disconnect, and that disconnects the trigger disconnect basically disconnects the trigger when the slide is out of battery, which is another cool feature. And it has an automatic firing pin lock, which means it does not free the firing pin until the trigger is pulled. Now, another thing is, this handgun, I will say, is not for amateur or first-time buyer, basically for newbies to the handgun world, or just bought a handgun. Because there is no chamber indicator, okay? The only safety feature, I would say, is your decocker, which is right here. So the purpose of that decocker is to allow you to decock the hammer without pulling the trigger. Now, there is no ambidextrous features on this handgun. Now, you can, for your left-hand users, take the mag release and switch it over to the right side. Now, again, before you handle any handgun, before you disassemble, you want to make sure it's not loaded. As you can see, it's not loaded. There's no round in the chamber. Alright? So that's another thing that I want to stress, is you want to make sure there's no round in the chamber. Okay? Now, before you disassemble, what's another cool way of keeping you safe and keeping those around you safe and to prevent you from putting a round in the chamber by accident is that you take the magazine out. The magazine looks just like this. Now, I have the 40 Smith & Wesson and 357 SIG. Well, I have the 40 Smith & Wesson version of the SP2022. Now, this handgun does come in, this model from 6 Hour does come in 9mm, 357 SIG, and 40 Smith & Wesson, which is right here. One cool thing about the 40 Smith & Wesson, if you decide to get the SP2022 in that caliber, is that to convert it to a 357 SIG, all you have to do is replace the barrel, and you have a 357 SIG. Now, setting the magazine aside, again, finger off the trigger. Now, you want to have the handgun like I have it, with the magazine release facing towards you and the barrel, the muzzle right here, facing your left. Now, again, you want to check to make sure it's not loaded. Press down on the slide release. And now you're going to grab the slide like I have it, pop the slide out, pop the slide release out. Okay? Take out the slide release, Now you do not have to pull the trigger to get the slide to come out, to come off the frame. So basically you're going to pull the slide forward, set it down. Now I'm going to show you what the frame looks like in the inside. Okay? I'll set the frame down. Now this is what the slide of the SP2022 looks like. Okay? Now I got this through Bud's Gun Shop. Now you might get the SP2022 from your local dealer or online with the polymer spring guide rod. This is a stainless steel spring guide rod. Okay? Now let's get back to taking this field stripping this handgun. So you're going to press down on the spring guide rod like so. Pop it out. Set it right there. And it's good to keep all your parts in front of you so you know where they are. So you're going to take out the barrel out just like this. And here's your frame. Okay? So I'm going to move that up. And this will show you how you put it back together. Okay? I usually will have, for when I buy a new handgun, to have the parts in that order, so that way I know frame, barrel, spring guide rod. So, you follow me so far? Because I like to have it, again, I like to have it like this, and this also helps my new viewers or people that are new to handguns to show them the order how things go into your slide. So here we go. You're going to put your barrel in. Slide it in just like that. Take your spring guide rod. Now the spring guide rod your spring on your guide rod does come out. Okay? Now there's a little divot, kind of like a little hole right down in there, not like, okay? And then you have a little bump right here. That is to help secure the spring guide rod into the slide. Okay? So you're going to press down, push in, just like that, like I'm just push in. You're going to hear a little snap. Hear that? That lets you know it's in properly. Okay. Now I'm going to show you what your slide release looks like. Pretty cool. Alright. So now you're going to put the slide on. You're going to go in just like that, and then kind of press down with your index finger. Put the slide on, should go on just like that. Alright? Now you're going to take your slide release. You're going to put it in that hole. Okay? Watch out you don't pinch your fingers. And now you're going to see that notch. You're going to make sure that everything lines up together just like that. And you're going to press down. Alright? Now make sure your finger is off the trigger. And to decock your handgun, you're going to press down on the decocker, which lets your hammer go forward without pulling the trigger. You're going to do a push down using a sweeping motion, just like this. Okay? Alright. Then you're going to take your magazine and put your magazine back in. Now, I'm just going to go over some real quick features. The serrations on this handgun is not as aggressive as its brother, the P320, or the other line of 6-hour pistols. Now the grip panels, you get 2 of them. I so happen to have the small grip panel right here, and you get a large one. So there's not 3 of them like the M&P. Okay, the M&P has 3 back straps, which allows for small, medium, and large hands. Okay, the texture on this is not really aggressive, but it's just the right type of aggressiveness that you want on a pistol. Nice and smooth all the way around. And this is what the sights look like. You get 3 white dot sights, contrast, sights. This pistol does come with night sights if you want, and that'll cost you an extra $50, okay? Now it does come with integral Picatinny rails, okay, which is awesome. Alright, and it's just a real awesome all-around handgun, guys. I really like this handgun. It's just, like I said, it's really treated me well. Other than that, I just want you to remind you there's no chamber indicator, so that's why you want to check to see if there's no round in the chamber. You can do just a little press check. Go look into it like that. Okay? Alright. Thank you so much for watching my channel. And I hope you learned everything that you can, or if you have any questions, just ask me. And also, when you buy the Sig Sauer SP2022, you get this nice, cool looking polymer pistol holster, whatever. This is what the holster looks like when you buy it. Okay, if you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll get back to you guys. Thank you for watching.